by the way, you guys, before this video starts, I want to ask you guys on your guys' input. I want to make my truck an overlanding rig, and I've made a couple polls on Instagram and on YouTube. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you guys do. Make sure you guys check that out. Why is that one up front? I need to move that to the back. But yeah, so I want to make my truck an overlanding rig. There's 2 racks that I'm looking for the bed, like 2 bed racks that they kind of have my interest right now. One of them is adjustable, and it goes a little bit over the cab, and then it lowers itself back down all the way to, well, basically where it would hit, which would be like right there. And I think it would be like, you know, like it's just adjustable, but no bed cover goes with it. So I would either give this away, throw it away, or sell it. Which that's one of my issues, because I like being able to have things in here that don't get wet, that I know are secure. My tailgate locks it, you know. Now my second option is a roof rack, which I'm currently looking at the Yakima roof rack. I did find it for my truck, and the only thing that I would lose access to here would be my sunroof, which I wouldn't be able to see out of it, but obviously I could still open it because it's gonna be higher. And I would put the roof tent on top, right? So that would be the only thing that I would lose access to if I do the roof rack. Now, if I do the bed rack, I would lose access to the bed cover. I would lose access to those cameras up there, which that's for my rearview mirror, and I personally really enjoy that rearview mirror camera. Also, my windows are really dark, so I can't see out of it. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going with the roof rack as of right now. That's what I'm aiming for. But let me know what you guys think. I'm also looking at the X-Bull rooftop tent. If anybody's interested, or if anybody has it, you know, let me know down below what you guys think about it. I did get some new recovery gear, so I bought a Smitty built compressor, and I did get the X-Bull recovery tracks. They're like the max tracks or whatever, just because there's times I do go off-roading alone, and you know, if I ever get stuck, I have that gear. I also have the little mini shovel in there, and I have the tire deflator as well inside. But yeah, those are kind of like my options. Let me know down below what you guys think though. Alright, what's poppin', you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Aurora, and thank you guys for coming. So today's video is going to be about why I chose the GMC Sierra 1500 AT4 over the Ram Rebel, over the Toyota Tundra, and if I was to get one, it would have had to been the Pro, because we're gonna go with all the off-road higher trims. Why I chose it over the Ford F-150 Raptor. Why I also chose it over the Trailboss. I'm not gonna include Nissan just because I've had a bad experience with them, so I didn't even consider them, if I'm being honest. But let's talk about it. So the reason why, one of the biggest reasons, okay, so this is gonna already start taking off the Raptor and the Tundra off my list. Start with the first main reason, right? So the number one reason why I didn't go with the Tundra, the F-150, or the Trailboss is because they do not come in the diesel engine, which this is the 3.0 Duramax turbo diesel right here. That's my baby right here. The reason why I wanted this engine so bad was just because first I wanted to try something new out. I've always heard diesels last longer, they're a little bit more expensive, and they're also more economic in a way from what I've heard, because their prices vary. It's not always the same as it is with gas, and gas kind of just always goes up. So I guess during the winter and when it's hot, like it varies on the prices. I don't deal with it too much. I'm not gonna say why. So I don't have that issue with the price changing, because fortunately, you feel me, I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is, but I never have to worry about that. So yeah, so that was one of the perks about buying a diesel engine, was me not having to worry about spending money on diesel. So that's number one. That saves me thousands yearly if you think about it. So yeah, I had to spend when I went to Texas, and that was a pain in my ass because I'm not used to spending on it. So that's one big reason, right? So that already takes off the Trailboss, the Tundra, and the F-150, because the Raptor does not come in a diesel engine. I think it's only like a V6 or something like that. Obviously, I'm saying these options. I know a lot of people say like, hey, the Raptor's better, you know, like they don't compare, but they are the off-road versions of each truck. First, second, they're all within the same price range or close to it. So this one, the MSRP ranges from 60 to I think 67,000, and in California you add 10% tax, which is another 7K plus anything else you might add to it. So for example, myself, I went ahead and I added the kicker system, so that was another extra like $800, $900, just because I really wanted that option in my truck. So that's exactly what I'm saying. So instead of being 65, it was like almost 66, whatever the price range is, which I think mine was 65, 600, something like that, plus this kicker system that I added on. So with that being said, the Tundra, I think the Pro is close to it. I don't think it goes over. I didn't really check too much on them. I've always really liked the Tundras, but one thing that I definitely don't like is the outdated interior. Now they obviously upgraded it, but it's still only electric, and I think it's only a V6 now. It doesn't come in a V8, which before they did come in a V8, I believe. And obviously, I got this truck back in June. It is now November. So I wouldn't have known about these upgrades until now. So regardless, it's just, it doesn't come close to this one. This one obviously did get an upgraded interior, but I think for a luxurious truck, it has a lot of things that the Tundra can't compare to. At least the 2021 version. That the 2021 version can't compare to the 2021 AT4. So another thing is I didn't like that about Ford's interior. I don't know. I don't really like it. I don't know why, but I just don't. I like the stitches that it has and that it says Raptor and like all of that, but I don't know. I think it should be something crazier on the interior for it being such an expensive and overpriced truck, because as you guys may know, I did a video on it. So they actually range, I think, from 65 all the way to 75K plus the taxes. So technically I could have gotten one if I really wanted to, but the market with all these chip shortages makes them just add a market adjustment, and they're way more expensive than what they should honestly be, right? So that's another reason. So I think on the Raptors, I've seen easily 30K in market adjustment. On these, I've seen like a good 10-15. I didn't pay any market adjustment, thankfully. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys can tell too, she is super dirty. Ever since the last time we went off-roading and then, you know, just driving, there's a lot of fucking bugs, y'all. Can y'all see this? Like, this is bad. She definitely needs a shower. I haven't washed it just because it is super foggy where I live. It has been raining here and there, so whether I wash it right now or in a week, it's probably still gonna look the same. But yeah, just a PSA in case you guys are like, what the fuck, it's so dirty. Yeah. The last video you guys saw where I went off-roading, she's still dirty from that. So yeah, it got pretty bad out there. Like, she got dusty. And now those are like two of the big reasons why I didn't go with the Tundra, with the F-150, and then the Trailboss. I don't know, I feel like I see Trailbosses and Chevys a lot. Now for me to see an AT4, let me just say this, the whole way to Texas I didn't see one. I might have seen the lower trim levels, but I did not see one AT4 on my way there and on my way back. So that's 1,000 miles, you guys. That's over 1,000 miles that I drove there and back. So it was 1,000 miles there and 1,000 miles back, or maybe more. 1,500, I think exactly it was. Like, it was around there, because I remember I was like, fuck, 3,000 miles on my truck. I was like, ugh. But yeah, and I did not see one. I saw a lot of Trailbosses. I saw a lot of Tundras. I saw a lot of Rams. I even saw Raptors, but I did not see one AT4 the whole way there and back. So yeah, that's one big reason why I didn't want to choose a Trailboss. I feel like where I live, there's a lot of Chevys. There's a lot of nice Chevys, don't get me wrong, but I didn't want you to see my truck and then just be like, anybody can have this, you know what I mean? So that's another big reason why I chose the AT4 when it comes to the Trailboss, as I'm saying. Okay, and now let's talk about the Ram, because my last two options were in between the AT4 and the Ram Rebel, because the Ram does come in the 3.0 Eco Diesel. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. So I was hoping I could find that truck before I made the call on this one. So I looked everywhere. They had like, I think I found a couple dealerships that didn't have market adjustments, but they only had the V8. Reason one. Now, the Eco Diesel that I did find did not come with any of the interior trims that I wanted. So for example, if I would have gotten the Ram Rebel, I would have wanted the panoramic sunroof. I would have wanted the pop-up display. I would have wanted the safety features. I would have wanted the 12-inch screen. So that's just some of them, right? That's just some of the things that I wanted. Like, if I didn't have that, so the only way that I would have gotten that one, even if it was like not a lower trim, but it didn't come with the interior things that I wanted, was if I couldn't find this one exactly how I wanted it. So what I wanted was the kicker system, which I was able to add that on. What I wanted was the sunroof. What I wanted was the diesel. What I wanted was the pop-up display, the technology package. What I wanted was all the safety features. I wanted the AC in the seats, and the Ram does not have that. They might have that now in the 2022 version, but I know the 2021 they did not have that. Also, I did test drive it. I didn't really like the knob too much. I could have probably gotten used to it, I'm not gonna cap, but that was another thing where I was just like, it kind of feels weird driving like this, you know? But yeah, so those are some of the things. And now, like I said, I did test drive one. It was an Eco Diesel, but it did not have the panoramic sunroof. It had everything else besides the panoramic sunroof. And let me just say this, okay? I feel Like, GMC is known as a luxury brand, right? So if you guys see a GMC, if you guys see a Denali or any kind of GMC, you're like, damn, these fools have money, right? I'm just gonna say that because I feel like every time I talk to somebody who knows about trucks, they're like, what the fuck? Like, you went with that truck? Like, that's expensive. And I'm like, yeah, you know, like, but I didn't think about it like that at the time. So now that I know about it, every time I see a GMC, I'm like, shit, they probably got money. But let me just tell you guys this. For the Ram Rebel that I found in the Eco Diesel, and it was the only one that I found in California that was an Eco Diesel at the time, they wanted over $80,000 for it. Over $80,000. And I wasn't gonna pay that much for a truck. First, they wanted to charge me for a car alarm that it had, and that was like $3,000 itself. And then they were saying that I had to get certain add-ons that they needed to put on the truck, which was like another $8,000. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, no, I can put the features that I want on it and pay for what I want. If I don't want the protective film or the extra car alarm, I just don't want it. Like, you know, I could do that myself. Like, don't worry about it. But they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do that. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll take my money somewhere else. And now, right across from that dealership, they had a couple of AT4s, so I test drove them as well. I was actually gonna buy it there. I was gonna just go in and be like, okay, let me take it. But they also had a $10,000 MSRP right there. I mean, market adjustment. So this truck was coming out to almost $89,000. And I was like, you guys got me fucked up and I'm out. And so then I finally found this one. Like I said, I didn't want black, but I found it. I found everything I wanted, and I was like, you know what? I can suck it up with the black paint. If anything, I can wrap it like I did. And I don't regret this purchase. I think it's probably my favorite truck by far. I loved my Tacoma. I've been in a Tundra. I've been in a Ram. I've been in a Chevy. And by far, I don't think I made the wrong choice. I don't think so. Every feature that this truck has, it has a lot more than any other truck, if I'm being honest. For example, it has like 15 cameras. And like the Ram, it was more expensive, and I think it only had like 3. I think the Trailboss too, they don't have as many cameras as I do. I don't think whatever trim you might get, it doesn't come with the things that this one does. Yes, it's a little bit more expensive, but in my eyes, it was definitely worth it. And like I said, in my town, I think I'm the only one who owns an AT4. I haven't seen one so far. And I think I'm probably one of the most modded out GMCs that I've seen as of right now. Not modded out, but like I have done things to it. I plan on doing more things to it. And yeah. By the way, guys, I'm currently editing this video right now. Baby's driving, and she made a good point. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this. There's nothing wrong if you haven't modded out your truck. I was just trying to say, like, in my perspective, the trucks that I have seen recently in my town that are GMCs, and other GMCs that I've seen, they haven't been modded out. And I was just trying to point that out. Like, I have done certain things to my truck to make it more unique and more to my liking. Now, if you have a stock truck, they're still fucking amazing. Like, they're still beautiful. I have no hate on them. A lot of trucks come really nice out of the dealership. That was not what I was trying to say. Okay. At least the other GMCs that I've seen, they're the elevation, they're the lower trim levels, and they're still stock. Most of the ones that I've seen. I do follow AT4 Garage on Instagram though, and I have seen a lot of really dope modded out trucks. Now, a lot of mods that people do are the lift and the wheels. And then from there, I haven't seen anything too crazy. I know some of them also do come wrapped from dealerships. But I wouldn't consider that a mod that you do yourself. Because, like, for example, I did it my own wrap. I did all the blacked out emblems. I plasti dipped them. The wheels, the tires, I put those on. Not like myself, but like those are my choice. I didn't get it from the dealership like that. The extra lift, I put that on, you know. So little things like that, I feel like I definitely made the right choice. And yeah, so if you're thinking about a truck, also the reason why I didn't go with the 5.2, no, the 5.3 and the 6.2 is because of the lifter issues. I've heard their transmission, their engine, everything is like fucking up in some of them. So that's also another big reason why I didn't go with those options. I decided to go with the diesel, like I said. There's a lot less issues with them, and the only issues I've had as of right now is my exhaust sensor that keeps getting loose, and then they have to replace it, but I'm still under warranty, so I'm not really tripping, and it's like a $20 sensor. So they put everything how much it would come out to, and it's not a big issue to me. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know, I don't think I would trade this truck at all. Maybe for the 25 or the 3500, or if I could find a Ram in the eco diesel with everything I wanted and not overpriced. Which, another thing that I've seen is that a lot of these trucks, for how expensive they are, they don't come with the bed liner. And I believe that does come standard on the AT4. So that's another thing too that I have noticed. Like on the Ram Rebel, I think I had to pay an extra $500 if I wanted the liner, which for almost an $80,000 truck, I think it should be standard, in my opinion. Now that's just what I'm stating. But this is gonna be the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if maybe I missed something. Like, why would you choose the AT4? Why would you choose the GMC? Or why would you choose a Raptor? Why would you choose a Trailboss, a Tundra? I hear a lot of people say reliability, and honestly, I think every brand has its issues. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen Tacomas, I've seen Tundras have issues, but you know, if you get the bad lemon, then there's the lemon law. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think no matter what brand you go with, they all have their issues. Obviously, Toyota is known, and I'm not gonna say they're a horrible brand, because they're not. I loved my Tacoma, like I said, and they're super, super reliable. They hold their value really, really well. But having this upgrade, I don't think I'd go back. Maybe to the new Tundra, but I don't know. Like I said, also new mods coming soon. Make sure you guys hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe. Let me know what truck you would choose. If you like any other truck, this is just my opinion. Whatever truck you might like, it's your preference. I don't have an issue with any of the trucks that I mentioned in this video. I'm just saying why I chose this one and why this one kind of won me over, even though at first, you know, I didn't really like the interior, but it grew on me. I definitely enjoy it now. Let's go ahead and get in here, why not? So yeah, I would lose access to this though. Kinda, I don't know. It's kinda why I don't want to do the bed wreck. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And there's somebody down there. Can you guys see that? There's somebody right there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Catch you guys next time.